Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to our new subscribers, our long-term subscribers, and welcome to anyone who might be watching this for the first time. If you've not caught up yet on what we're up to, we're doing a project series on Papercraft Society box 59, nearly forgot the number then, and this is the fifth in a series of 5. Sorry it's been a bit of a delay, but Graham's still in hospital. He's doing well, for those who've been asking. Thank you very much. He might be coming home, I doubt whether it'll be today, but it might be tomorrow or Wednesday, if everything goes well. So I wanted to get this video done before he gets home, because he can be a bit noisy sometimes, shall we say. So anyway, this is going to be, I suppose you could call it a display card, mantle pleaser, call it what you will. I don't know if there's a proper name for these, but I call it a display card because we could use it to display all our lovely little elements from this gorgeous kit. So you will need a piece. As you can see, I've already made a bit of a start, and I'll show you what we're doing and what I've already done as we go along. So you will need a piece of card. I'm using white card, but you can use any colour you like, which measures 7 by 11 inches. And you need to score it at 2.5, at 5, at 6, and at 8.5 inches. Now there are quite a few measurements. They're the only scoring measurements, but I'll put all of the measurements in the description below. Just click on the word more and it'll open up and you'll see everything you need to know. Now I'm going to turn over and show you what I've done. Now the reason I've done what I've done on the other side isn't necessarily to save time, although of course it does. It's because I've got so many pieces on my desk. I've run out of space, so I had to glue things down to make some space. So I'm going to flip it over. This is going to be the right side, if you like, the correct side, the front of the card, that's the word I was after. And you need 4, you don't have to use blue, but because we're using animals, I was trying to set a bit of a scene. You need 4 strips that measure 2 by 6.5. And I've just glued those panels to each of these. You will also need another panel, which measures, let me just pop that out of the way. 6 by 4, you can do it bigger if you want to. You could do it 5 by 7, but I've done it 6 by 4. And again, on the front, I've got a piece that measures 3.5 by 5.5. And again, that'll all be down in the description box below. So I'll show you what we're going to do with that as we go along. So for now, I'm going to bring this back in. You will also need, this is why now you'll see why I've had to put some of it together in advance, because of all these little bits I've got bits on this side, I've got bits on the other side, bits to my left and my right. Oh dear, I know it sounds chaotic, but once you put it together, I did have a little dry run, and once you put it together it looks really cute. Well, I was pleased with it anyway. So you will need, for these bits here, you can use 4, now it's up to you how you do this. I've used 8 pieces of green card or paper, which measure 2 by 2. Now, if you only want 4, you can do 4. That's entirely up to you. Now, I'll show you what I've done. I've cut them down, and I've just taken a pair of scissors. Where are my scissors? And I'll show you what I did. I'm sure most of you can see what I did, but all I did was I took my scissors, and I think it's called fringing. I just cut little strips all the way along. I didn't do it carefully. I just went boop, 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 all the way along. I think it's called fringing. And I've got some tape. I've got some double-sided tape, and what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to start, it doesn't really matter which way you start, but I'm going to start over here on the left, on my left, and I've only got tape on the bottom, so I just want to stick that bottom bit down like that, and we'll do that, I think, on all 4 panels, and I'll show you why I've cut the other 4 panels. So let's just very quickly, we'll do this together in real time so that you can see it coming together like this, because I don't think I've ever done this style of card on my channel before. I had a look and I couldn't see any. I mean, there are quite a few, but I don't think I've done this style before, so just in case you might want to see it in real time, we'll do that. And you can still ruffle up the grass if you want to. Now the other 4 panels, what I've done, again, exactly the same, 2 by 2, and I fringed the top, or one end anyway. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift that slightly, and I'm going to tuck it behind, not right behind, but about there, and just press it down. So so it looks like we've got a couple of layers of grass. So that's what we're going to do. Again, I've got tape on the back just to save a little bit of time. So I'm going to just put my grass pieces in, because then, oh, actually, there's one more thing. Before I bring the stars of the show in, we need to do the same on the 6x4 or 4x6 panel, 6x4, whichever way around you like to say. So there we have a piece like that. Now I'm just going to slide that to one side, bring my 6x4 paneling or 4x6 paneling, and for that I've done exactly the same, only the measurements are different. I've got two more pieces. Again, you can just use one if you want to, and this measures 2 by 3.5. And again, I'm going to place that down at the bottom like that. You can ruffle up the grass blades if you want to. And I'm going to slide that one just behind it like that. So now we've got our grass down, but I'm not going to put this one into place yet. I'll do that last, because otherwise we'll have complications at the end. Now you'll see what I mean by that in the next stage. So now I've got my animals. I've chosen 7 animals simply because I love them all, but I couldn't get them all in. And I've used one of the logs. Now I have decided, actually, do you know what? I've decided, I don't know if I can get all this in so that I can show you. I've decided I'm going to put the log just about in there, in the middle of that panel there. So if I leave that there, can you just see? Yeah, it's all right. The sun is shining right in the window. So once again, I can't see my screen. So I have to keep standing or just reaching up to see, make sure that you can see everything. Now, I've used the hedgehog. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to pop that to one side because I might get confused and put something where I don't want it. And that would be very embarrassing. So we're going to put 4 along here and 3 animals on here. So I had to use this hedgehog because he is so adorable. So again, I've got double-sided tape on the back and I'm going to stick him there. Now this is the reason I've done that like that. Now, because they're all face down, because they've got double-sided tape on them, I can't actually see which is which. No, we won't have that one. Okay, yeah, let's have the fox. So the fox, I'm going to slide just behind there. So he's tucked behind that bit of grass. And I've got a raccoon. Okay, he can go, I'd rather like him tucked inside like that, with just a bit of his tail sticking out. So I rather like that. And we'll have, no, not the owl. No, not the squirrel. Yeah, the teddy bear, the bear. I think we'll have that there. You could put some more bits at the bottom if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that like that. And the next thing I'm going to do, I've got a strip of double-sided tape here, which I'm very quickly going to take off. Now, I have just realised that that fox is going to get his tail caught, so I'm going to take that off, actually. And, oh dear, somewhere I have got, oh, where's he gone? Oh, help. We seem to have lost an animal, but never mind. Okay, let's put the squirrel in there for now because he won't get lost. So I seem to have lost one of my animals, but never mind. We'll carry on anyway, as they say. So I expect I'll find it. Oh, I found it. It stuck to me. It was stuck to the back of my arm. Ah, so now we've got that. It stuck to my arm. I'm going to just replace that, take that off very quickly. So that's why I've used double-sided tape, because it's easy to come off and easy to replace. It's easy to reposition if you've got a bit of glue on it. So there we go, that's what I wanted. Right, we're sorted. So now I'm going to focus on my middle panel. I'd already decided, I hadn't really done any planning. The only thing I'd planned, if that's the right word, I wanted my squirrel sitting on the log, and I've put an acorn in his paws, and I'm going to just stick that down like that. Again, these have all got double-sided tape on. You could use glue if you wanted to, but I use tape because it's quicker and easier, especially for a video. And I've got the owl. Now, where should I put the owl? I think I'll put that one on the inside, or inner edge. And, of course, we've got our fox. And I'm going to put him there. If it overlaps ever so slightly, it doesn't matter. So we're not going for perfection here. So now I'm going to bring my main piece in, the main card base. Now we are going to, some of these will slightly disappear when we put this on, but when we stand the card up, you're going to see sort of bits poking out. So I'm just going to place my card down there like that, just press it down. And so when you open it up, yes, we have lost, I think the only thing we've actually lost is the chick, but you can still see a bit of him poking out. But because I've only put them on with tape, you can, if you're careful, reposition them. So you can, if you want to. I could take that off, which I might do later on. I'm not going to do it now. And the raccoon, you can see his tail sticking out. So we could, but I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. But standing up, you can see, oops, grass wasn't quite right. You can see this menagerie of animals, either in full or sticking out from behind other bits and pieces. So there you go. This is our, well, let's call it a display card, because when you put that on a mantelpiece or a shelf, that would display quite nicely. Now, if you wanted to rearrange these other animals so that you can see them a bit better, you could. We could have put them on the front here. I might do that. I might play about with it once I finish this video. But that's just a general idea of how I've, oops, my hedgehog's drunk. That's all right, he can stay like that. How I've put this together and how I've made this display card up. So I hope you enjoyed it. I haven't put a sentiment on it because I haven't decided as yet as to who it's going to go to. It could well be a birthday card. It could be a get well card. It would be great for a get well card. It could be anything. So I'm going to leave it without a sentiment for now until I've decided who it's going to. Or I might just end up putting it in my craft room and just use it as a display. So who knows? Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Do take care, everybody. Stay safe. And as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.